Welcome, Capricorn. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for February the 22nd through to the 28th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, let me take a moment to thank you. Truly thank you for all of your support, all of your love that you send my way each and every day. Thank you so, so much. Now let's get to the energy of the week for you. We start with the Five of Cups. Okay, this is essentially um, crying over spilt milk. Things that have gone wrong yesterday and carrying it into today is going to serve no purpose in your life except weigh you down. Okay, so there are times when we really have to look at what we've done wrong in the past or where we felt we made errors in the past and how it has impacted our today. But this is not a week for it. This is a week to think positively. This is a week to take what you have gained in life, your wisdom, and to know without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to bring you into a beautiful tomorrow. Okay, so it's positive thinking very much is the energy that you need to have this week in order to be as successful as you can be this week, and you can be quite successful this week. So we don't want to be looking at yesterday's problems, concerns, worries, anxieties, and there is worry and anxiety here. So this is being the first card. It's definitely telling us that we need to not look at those things, not let the worry and concern and the stress and the chaos and the fear overshadow the positives in our life, of where we can make a difference in our life, where we can move forward in our life, what we can accomplish. Absolutely. We have the Ace of Wands. We're looking at the balance that can be in our life. Now, there is a fog surrounding us, and the fog is really calling me this week on these readings. So there could be a delusion, there could be a misunderstanding, there could be you not having your facts straight on all that is incorporated into a decision or into a path forward or movement forward or a choice that you have to make, a decision that you have to make. And this is really about looking at the balance of how things can be going forward and how to instill that balance into your life. It's crossed over by the Nine of Swords. Worry, concerns, fears, anxieties. And this can play a very important role in your life this week. This is making you less self-confident. This is weighing in on your belief in what you can do. So don't allow this energy in. When your brain says at 2 in the morning, want to talk, say no way. Schedule it for a time during the day to let your thoughts come in, yes. But don't allow the negative to eat you up this week. It's so important. You know, even your underlining card here, the Nine of Wands, is your worries, anxieties, and concerns. This is a card that's saying where you feel that you've dropped the ball or where you feel that there is things going wrong in your life or they're not coming into the path that you wanted them to come into, or things are upside down, or you know what? There is new growth on every one of these wands. So whatever happened yesterday to make you feel depleted in some form or some manner, realize that it is just aligning you into the path that you need to have going forward. That you had to have those things happen in your life to gain the wisdom, to gain the understanding, to learn the lesson, so that you can be stronger, so that you can be empowered in your path going forward, so that you can have a wisdom. The World card here is the overriding energy for the entire week. This tells me that you don't need to look upon yesterday, that you have gained the knowledge, that you have gained the wisdom, and now it's time to use that knowledge and wisdom in order to go forward. To not look at what went wrong, but look at what you can make out of it in order to make things right in your life, to grow, to empower yourself, to strengthen yourself. Absolutely. And then we have the Eight of Swords. More worry and concern, but this has a lot to do with your perception on things. And so we have the Five of Cups as our very first card, looking at the negative. So we need to change that perception into what is positive about it. What did I learn from it? How can I grow from this? How can I use this to my advantage? This nugget of wisdom. in order to turn it into opportunity, in order to move forward with it. Absolutely. As we go into the weekend and into the new week, we have the Knight of Cups. So it is planning out our strategy one step at a time, one baby step at a time, taking it in a very slow and diligent way. We don't want to push through energy this week. We don't want to take a shortcut. We want to play out our plan exactly as it should be and take the baby steps. We have with it the Emperor. And the Emperor, actually, that's right upon the Knight of. So you have to realize what your true passions are. Make a plan. Understand the plan for what it needs to be in your life. The Emperor, the Emperor sits there on his throne, and all the kings and queens from all the different kingdoms come to him and tell him what is needed in order to go forward. So you might get a lot of that in the workplace or within the community or maybe within the home, of people telling you how it should be, what they need, what they don't want. You make the decisions at the end of the day. You take in all the information and you make the plan forward. You set the new goals. You set the dreams in motion. And yes, you take their words into consideration. But at the end of the day, it's your focus that's important. It's your desire to succeed that's important. And it's your focus on how things are going to play out. The rules that you set down, the laws that you set down, what you need to be implemented in the path forward, what needs to go, what needs to change, what needs to be compromised. Our love card is the Knight of Swords. And this is just pure passion. So if you are looking for a relationship, somebody could come in that just reignites you, makes you feel alive, makes you feel beautiful. So expect that when you go out and about and meet people. Find the person that's giving you that spark, that makes you feel important, valued. If you are in a relationship, this is a time for date night, but not just a typical date night. Make it beautiful, make it memorable. Plan for a special dinner. Light the candles. Put on soft music. Allow the passion to be in your love life. Definitely invite the passion in, especially if it hasn't been very passionate in a while. This is a time to reignite, and you fuel it. You definitely fuel the energy, so you need to create it. For work and career, we have the Hangman. This is not a time to push forward in career, but more of thinking through what the balance is, what needs to be done, what needs to be compromised, where you need to put your energies, where you need to pull your energies. This is a time to think things through, to re-strategize, to plan. For spirituality, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So new doors will be opening to us within our spirituality. Maybe it is a new way of doing things. Maybe it is incorporating it on a full-time basis. Maybe it is looking to learn new things or growing upon our wisdom when it comes to spirituality. And, there needs to be a door closed here somewhere. So maybe you've never given it the time and the energy before to have a dedicated spiritual practice. And it doesn't have to be a lot to have a dedicated spiritual practice. It can be 2 minutes in the morning or 2 minutes in the evening or somewhere in your day. It could be that 5-minute walk in nature. It could be just putting on some music 5 minutes a day and sitting and allowing your thoughts to come to you. It could be a daily prayer that you do. And when we close the door, it doesn't necessarily mean that we close the door on our spirituality. In fact, it's definitely the opposite. We close the door on something else in our life that allows our spirituality to grow. So chances are it's a time thing where we didn't give it the time that we really should be giving it. Our prayer time, our meditation time. Maybe it's learning something new. Maybe taking a course of study. So more often than not, this is a time factor for us. And looking where we can close the door on something that didn't give us value in our life when it came to our time and what we gave our time to, and turning it towards learning something more about our spirituality, a spiritual practice, a meditation, to open the doors to higher wisdom. For health and well-being, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Working hard to have that sustainable vitality about us, that well-being, that health, and raising the bar on ourselves. So it could be joining the gym, it could be changing our eating patterns, it could be changing our whole routine so it brings us better balance. It could be allowing more time for happiness and joy to come into our life and less time worrying about the stresses and the chaos that might surround us. If you are suffering from something right now, an illness or a diagnosis of some sort, this is definitely a card that says it's the work you do, the hard work you do, that's going to see the results of your vitality coming back, your health coming back, your well-being coming back. And you need to raise the bar on what you can do for yourself in order to feel that vitality, to feel that health, to feel that happiness going forward. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.